It's one of fewer than 10 museums in the country devoted exclusively to photography. The Florida Museum of Photographic Arts is in downtown Tampa, and here to tell us what you'll find there is Executive Director Zora Carrier, along with Director of Special Events Leslie Joy Ickowitz. How are you, ladies?
Hello. Very happy to be here. Thank you.
I will say, I'm just going to be completely honest. I didn't even know this museum was one of so few in the country. What's it like to be a part of?
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, photography is such a big part of our contemporary life. This is where we get our information. That's where we get our entertainment from. And so I think it's just natural to have a museum of photography and collect all the information and educate people. We put up exhibitions, we offer education, we offer a very vast social life for our members, meetings with photographers, meeting with curators, and just networking option.
I was going to say, the events that you do offer, I mean, the list is pretty lengthy. So talk about the involvement and how many things you do have that people can get involved with.
Well, we're very excited to produce fashion photos in Prosecco, part of Tampa Bay Fashion Week, next Thursday at the museum. It'll be a lunchtime event featuring fashion photography, of course, with some bubbly and cupcakes. So
twist our arm.
It's one hot lunch date next Thursday from 11 to 1. And then we're very excited later this year to take some of our members and friends and supporters down to Anna Maria Island for a picture-perfect weekend.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, speaking of picture-perfect, I know we're actually going to take a look at some of these as we scroll through. What are we looking at here, ladies?
We are looking at the work of Jerry Oltzmann, who his whole life devoted to photography, black and white photography, film photography, and it's creating these wonderful surreal images in his darkroom, which now in the age of digital photography and Photoshop is very surprising.
Oh, wow, look at some of that stuff.
Magical.
You know, I'm always curious, when you go in, I'm assuming, you know, as a person to appreciate photography, learning the different tips, seeing the different tips, working with these artists and being a part of this museum, do you pick up tips from them that you're able to use in your personal life?
Well, definitely, even when I am not a photographer. I don't consider myself a photographer. But I think that learning about photography makes it easier for you to really appreciate it. You really need to know something to fall in love and just continue exploring. More you know, more you are actually want to know, and more questions you formulate.
Say there are patrons out there who haven't been able to be to the museum yet, myself included. What can people expect?
Beautiful exhibitions and a wonderful community, and as Zora touched on earlier, the museum aims to be a social interaction for people who share a common theme of being interested or passionate about photography or are photographers. So it's a very complete experience to visit the Florida Museum of Photographic Arts, and it's a wonderful gem that we have it here in Tampa.
It really is, and again, I know you kind of briefly talked about the education, but it seems like photography people really are trying to do that at home in their personal lives, and you see a lot of, you know, amateur photography people jumping up all over the place. What is the education role that you do play?
We offer different courses for very beginners, for one-on-one photography, and then also for advanced photographers. We have to see photography not just as a medium for fine art, but also in so many professions. There is photography important for documenting. There is photography important to conveying information and messages. So people from different professions, engineering, people who work in retail, people who work in real estate, would actually take our courses just to be able to perform better on their jobs.
And of course the fashion element too, in the event coming up. I'm sorry, I'm really excited about that one.
Definitely, that's the most magical part. The connection between beautiful and functional, that's probably the most magical part.
Absolutely. And real quick, I want to talk about where you're located and how people can get more information.
Museum is located downtown Tampa on the corner in Ashley and Kennedy, and you can visit us every day. We are there 7 days a week. Let us know. Our website is www.fomopa.org.
And of course, we're taking a look at some of the upcoming events there. We have got, an event on September 22nd and then again in November. So definitely something to check out. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on today and talking about this.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
And